it's time for a review. I know I don't do a lot of reviews, but this one is for a brand new sheer tint sunscreen, mineral-based sunscreen, and it's from a company called Agency. So here it is right here. They have two types, and it's split off into light to medium and medium to dark, and that spans the whole array of Fitzpatrick skin types. So there's 6 skin types for under the Fitzpatrick scale. I am a 3. I'm in the middle of it, so obviously I use the light to medium one. Now, I'm actually filming this video out of order. When you see the part where I actually test out the sunscreen, I did that first so you can see. This is actually in sunlight, so you can actually see what it looks like. And for those of you who watch my channel, I don't use any, you know, like fake filters or anything like that. So you're gonna see all my imperfections, but this is basically just the sunscreen. I put a little bit of powder on here to reduce the shine, and that's it. Okay, so Agency is actually a brand new skincare branch off of Curology, and they use the same network of dermatologists, the same skincare facilities. The main difference is Curology actually focuses on acne treatments, and Agency focuses on anti-aging treatments for the fine lines and wrinkles, so more on anti-aging. Now, the key feature of Agency is that they can actually adjust the amount of tretinoin that is in their skincare products or their prescription to match your skin type and actually increase or decrease as your skin gets acclimated to it. Now, I know some of you guys are saying, wait a minute, you don't use Retin-A or tretinoin or retinols. Yes, I can't use that because I am allergic to it. I get hives. They sent me these sunscreens to try it out as a gift. They just said, well, you know, we're going to send it to you as a gift. You can actually do a free 3-month trial membership if you want to try it out, but I emphasized that I couldn't use any of their products. So they didn't ask for any review or any posts, but I thought so this way I can do, well, all of them are pretty much honest, and but this one is basically very straightforward. You'll be able to see the color on how it looks and how it feels. So that's the main difference of Agency. For those of you who are on the Curology program and you want to switch over to Agency, apparently you can. You just have to contact the people at Curology, and I think they can do that, or Agency. So basically, we're going to go over and look at the review. Okay, guys, you guys are the first to see this video before it goes live because you guys are on my email list. But this one is a wrinkle blurring sunscreen. It's the Agency's new sunscreen. It's called Agency Silkscreen Sunscreen, and it's an SPF 50. It's a new sheer tint mineral-based UV sunscreen. So they basically formulated 2 different tints. So this one is the light to medium. So this is created for Fitzpatrick skin types 1 through 3. This one is medium to deep. This is Fitzpatrick 4 through 6. Here is the light to medium tone, and this one is the medium to dark. So I'm putting it in the insides of my wrist, and so you can see it's really light, blends really well. There's no greasy feel to it. And here is the dark. So let me use a different finger. So see how it's sheer still? So those are the differences between the 2 tones. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna actually have you look so one side I put it on, the sunscreen, the other half I didn't. So I want you to be able to see as much as possible how this sunscreen goes on. It's a sheer tint, vegan, cruelty-free, non-comedogenic, reef-safe, mineral-based sunscreen that has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Now, obviously, I am a Fitzpatrick skin type 3, so I'm going to be using the light to medium tint, so you'll be able to see what it kind of looks like and how it feels like and what it's like to work with it. So first of all, even though it is a mineral sunscreen, it is not a clean sunscreen. And actually, I would I have not found one that's completely clean. I think it's really difficult to find a clean sunscreen because basically what you're taking, especially if it's a mineral sunscreen, which is much healthier for your skin. So zinc oxide is very difficult to work with. It's very heavy, and you know, they're using a lot of oils sometimes and silicones to help spread that evenly onto the skin. Now, because people don't like that tacky, heavy, greasy feeling of mineral sunscreens, usually they will add silicones to it. So for example, this one has dimethicone. It also has, let me see, I have my list on here, dimethicone cross polymer, and it also has polysilicone 11. Now what that does is it actually gives it a really smooth finish, and it's actually a silicone elastomer. So it has it's a film forming agent. So, you know, it's not tacky at all. It's really smooth. It feels really good. So I'm gonna put it on my skin here. And see, look how it's like, it blends really nicely. So it does have polysilicone 11. Now, when you see that, it will usually be followed by other silicones. Like in this case, it has dimethicone and dimethicone cross polymer. Now, the other one that they have on here is, I'm gonna have to read this one, polymethyl silkscreen. Now, according to the inky name, that is PSQ. So I'm gonna, if I have to use it again, I'm gonna just refer to it as PSQ. Now, this one gives it that light diffusion, okay? So this is why it is almost like a wrinkle erasing sunscreen. So when the light hits it, it kind of diffuses it, makes it a more softer looking sheer finish. So I'm gonna put it on. It has like kind of like that wrinkle blurring effect. Now I think you're gonna start to see it more and more. I'm noticing it in hair products, in skincare products, because it gives it that smooth, velvety, it feels amazing to touch. And also for the companies, it is very cost effective because you don't need a whole lot of this to make it work. However, I did notice it's the 4th ingredient, so that's a very high amount of this. So this is, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my skin. So here it is right here. I'm only gonna use a little bit and see how it's like, it's really, see how it kind of gives that blur. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my skin here. So the benefits of this sunscreen, just to let you know, is it does say on there that it has sodium hyaluronate, niacinamide, and licorice root extract. Now, licorice root is a brightening effect. However, that's like number, what did I put on here? I counted it. It's 39. It's second to the last on the list. Their sodium hyaluronate is 37 on the list. And niacinamide is number 32 on the list. So there's like 40 ingredients in the sunscreen. So just know that when it has these benefits on there, I always like to look where in the list are these beneficial ingredients, because a lot of times it's like on the bottom third of the list here. So for a mineral sunscreen, it actually feels amazing. I mean, just like, you know, this PSQ is amazing. So, you know, here's my hyperpigmentation. So I'm going to put it on here. I put just a little bit, right? I'm putting it all on my face here. So so you can see as I just put a little bit, and it's already starting to even out a little bit on, you know, both sides, because this side already has it on here. Okay, so, now, you do have to know it does have, you'll notice it'll have alumina. Alumina is aluminum oxide, and under some conditions, it can be considered a heavy metal. Now, if you see that, go, why would they put that on there? So typically, they take that to coat the titanium dioxide. And it's a pigment carrier, so it helps spread that pigment more evenly with the titanium dioxide. So if you don't feel safe putting aluminum oxide on your face, which is, I mean, we're exposed to aluminum anyway through our foods and environmental, but if you're like, I am really trying to limit my exposure to heavy metals, then that's something that you need to consider. So I'm going to say for my review on this, this is as far as how it feels, the sheerness of it, but yet it just evens out the skin tone. That's just that very little that I used that you saw. You could see just how much, like you don't really need a whole lot on here. So it does feel amazing. And it feels really good. The dark one, which is for Fitzpatrick 4 through 6, I'm actually going to surprise one of my clients who is being treated for hyperpigmentation. And what I'm going to recommend for her is she's actually using a sunscreen that's very difficult to work with. It has 21% zinc oxide, but it has some pigment suppressors in there. So what I'm going to ask her to do is to work with using that sunscreen still that's sitting on her face, and then putting this on top of her skin, and we'll see how it looks like. And I'm going to wait to see what kind of feedback I get from her to see what, to see how she likes it. So as far as sheerness, as far as the feel, the look and the feel of this sunscreen, I really, really like it. As far as the ingredients in here, it's probably not one of the cleaner ones. But if you don't care about that, then I do recommend it. I am not being sponsored by this company. So if you want to use this, then I will go ahead and put a link below. I'm not getting any commission. They just sent it to me for free as a gift. They actually said, you don't have to post. There's nothing, there's nothing about it. But because so many people are struggling, including my clients, to find a color that they can work with, this might be one of the ones that you want to look into. So it is a completely unbiased review. So this is, once again, this is for the Agency Silkscreen Sunscreen SPF 50. And I will see if I can even find the product page for this, because like I said, they sent me a gift for this. So remember, makeup is an art, skincare is a science. See you in the next video.